Good morning, everyone. Just trying to give a little perspective into some of the issues we got happening in Kenya right now, uh, in regards to, of course, the fresh elections. And I'm a little disappointed in the manner in which our so-called or supposed to be president has really critic the Supreme Court ruling, and what's even worse is the manner in which the IEBC continue to conduct its affairs. Let's be real for a minute, guys. IEBC is the body mandated under the Constitution to oversee elections on behalf of all Kenyans, and that, in respect, means they are the ones to guarantee the verification, the accountability, and the transparency of the process. It's a process, and being that that did not occur and a lot of money got wasted as a result to why we're here, the IBC, just like they had failed to listen in my earlier critique, continue to conduct themselves in a manner supposedly suggests that they are partisan to one party, or like each decision they make, each move they make seem to portray them as having been or having aligned themselves to certain political affiliations. And in all this, they seem to forget they all Kenyans, not these political parties, anything. They owe us. These elections are for us Kenyans, not NASA, not Jubilee. And in any respect, they should actually listen to what we are saying. It is not by accident we ended up at the Supreme Court. So all this political bullshit, the president and his camp, the NASA trying to, throw onto Kenyans. We don't want this shit. We just want the elections to be done and be over with. And we don't just want an election for the sake of elections. I'm pissed at a lot of people coming out calling for peace. Peace this, peace this. Peace is a result of something done. And if that thing is not done, that peace is not guaranteed. And to put more weight into that, we can only attain peace when there is truth, which will guarantee justice, and the justice in effect will ascertain peace. Now the Jubilee have come out to say they are focusing on the numbers. They really want their supporters to come out in numbers, which is okay, by the way. But what then? What next? They can't just focus on the numbers and then forget to focus on what next after the numbers, which NASA is doing. So you can't accept one and ignore the other. We need all the numbers and what next after the numbers, so that at the end of the day we can all come to an agreement and say, according to the numbers and the process as conducted and overseen by many people, so and so is the winner. Nobody's going to dispute that. But if you continue to treat each other to this political sideshow nonsense, I'm particularly pissed at the Jubilee camp and the president and his deputy, because they know better. I can't give them the benefit of doubt coming out and say, I'm a human, I'm subject to getting mad and annoyed. Come on, cut me some slack, yo. You're the president, for heaven's sake. You lost some rights when the Supreme Court declared you president in 2013. So you know better. You hold the office, you hold this country. So all this political bullshitting you're treating us, we don't need it. And the church, the umbrella body that claims to be the business community representatives, they can't just come out here to call peace like they did before the August 8 elections. Because if they had paid focus on the process, the credibility, the transparency, in fact the pressure NASA applied on the IBC was in effect to help it guarantee all that, If all these other bodies purporting to be preaching peace would have focused on the process as to how to get that peace. Because all over the world, while there is a call for peace, there is a great lack of justice and prosecution of truth. And whether there is a call for justice, whether there is a call for justice, there is lack of peace. It's vice versa. You get what I'm trying to drive at. So we can't just bullshit each other that we want peace. We want peace. At what expense do you want that peace? Let's be real, people. You want a credible elections. You want to do this shit and get over with it. So for Jubilee to come and purport that, our kids' lives are important. When did they start becoming important? These kids follow these elections. These burning of schools just didn't happen accidentally. By the way, they follow it. They're even more concerned about the presidency than the examination because they know their futures depend on it. If you can't guarantee them that future, why throwing examinations on them? Come on, people. Let's be real. Kenya is ours. All this tribal nonsense we are being treated to, it ain't gonna help us. And I pray and hope at the end of the day, when the IEBC come of their retreat from the Great Rift Valley Lords, they are going to come as people ready to serve Kenyans and their interests, guided by the law as per the constitution, and save us all this bullshitting. Come on, cut us some slack. We've had enough of this politicking crap. We want people to be accountable, and Kenyans must demand for accountability, and leaders, they owe us that much. All this Moses Kuria crap, all this Kipchumba Murkomen talking a lot of BS, NASA camp also, every rally, it's about dismissing that, dismissing this. Nobody's talking about real issues affecting Kenyans. For instance, the fact that Kenyans are being killed in Lamu. Nobody's talking about that. The fact that we're still paying highly for health services, nurses are on strike. Nobody's talking about that right now. But you want to treat us to some political nonsense each time. I'm sick of it. We're sick of it. We're tired. We want a country back, and you want the president to be the president as per the constitution, which of course made him president in 2013. And we want people to respect each other. Respect me, I respect you. Independent institutions need to understand their independence is a delegated power from Kenyans. The president, his powers are delegated from the people. That's why we vote. That's why another problem, most of you people don't understand why we have this constitution. People fought for it. People died, So once all that happened, we came to a declaration, and in 2010 we promulgated the constitution. We can't just take that for granted. Come on. Uhuru, Muigai, whatever, Kenyatta. We can't take that for granted. And NASA politicians, y'all can take that for granted. That when things work your way, you're good. When it doesn't, regardless of the fact that it is right but it's not in your favor, now it's wrong. Come on, save us this whole drama. We can't go on like this as a people. We can't go on like this as a country. We need to move forward. And anybody who is thinking, by the way, that you ain't gonna vote whatever date, be it 17th or a later date, provided all the guarantees and measures are in place to ensure the process is free, credible, transparent, the whole process. That all that is in place before 17th, that you ain't gonna vote, come on. Don't be like that. Don't do that injustice to our country. Turn up and vote. Be it NASA, be it Jubilee, be it you, the undecided voter. Just come out and vote. Make your voice count. You're a Kenyan. It is your individual and citizenry responsibility to do that. By the way, that constitution, we need to own it. It's ours. It was meant to serve us. Let's start being people who think as a nation. By the way, if you're doubting Utamaki, and really it is real, and Utamaki, it's a system. The war eats the system, a bad system. Let's not fight each other. Let's help break that system and build on our institutions and set certain bars and standards for people holding those institutions to guarantee integrity. People to serve others, not their stomachs, not their friends, not their tribes, not their selfish interest and greed. We have a country, we need to run. So Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta, with all due respect, you need to look into your people. You need to look into yourself as a father. Sometimes I wonder, when you talk, do you always look at what is that 3-year-old child, that 2-year-old child, somewhere down in Kisumu, somewhere down in Western, somewhere down in Nairobi, Mathare, because the divide is not on tribe per se, like y'all put it out there. The divide is between the rich and the poor, and that's where the system comes in. We have to be true and say the truth as it is. I ain't gonna sugarcoat anything for y'all. You know the truth. Let's treat Kenyans with a little bit of honesty. Come on, you owe us that much. And Kenyans, we need to be honest with ourselves. Like, for real people, it's real out here. The struggles are real. You're the ones, your daily struggles. And there's one people which are being talked of much, but I don't know where they stand when it comes to decision making. The youth. You're the majority, man. But all this political crap, I ain't seen you nowhere coming the same. You claim you're the leaders of tomorrow, but we're living right now. We're facing the struggles right now. We want to partake of the decision making right now. We want to be heard right now. So all this political nonsense we're being treated to ain't gonna do us none. If you just consider and relax and watch politics in my thing, I ain't gonna. By the way, politics has everything to do with your daily struggles. Because at the end of the day, if you got the wrong people politicking on your behalf, not much is going to change on your life regardless of your little effort that you're going to make. So come on, people, let's be honest. Let's do these things right. The IBC should accept all manner of criticism in a positive way.